high-rise commercial.
So in our lease process, we have many steps, and I think one of the most important steps is our space planning. After we've done our letter of intent or a request for proposal, and this has been accepted by the landlord, we get into the fun stuff. We get into the construction, the planning. Before you start getting too excited, we have to just look at our initial meeting when it comes to actually planning out the space. Let's get into it. When we first meet to discuss your space, we want to talk about how exactly are you going to lay out this space. Our goal is to lay a strong foundation to what you're going to actually do here in the space, for lack of a better word. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on understanding your unique needs of your business, of the property type that you're in, whether this be office, industrial, or retail, and we break it down into the initial steps. So first, number one, we need to know exactly how you're going to plan to use this space. If you're going to have cubicles, you're going to have private offices, whether this is an office setting, if it's for a restaurant, how does the eat-in area versus your carry-out versus your kitchen look like? If this is for industrial, how does your loading docks look? How does your receiving look? How are you going to set up your racking systems, your equipment, your power needs? All of these different uses are going to have a particular way of putting out a space plan on how you guys are going to utilize that space. Number two, we're going to dive into the actual particular specifics. When you have customers coming in, where are they going to be first? Is this going to be in a reception area? Are they going to be in a waiting room? Is this something that's open air and they can basically see all the people working in their cubicles? All this is going to be different for the particular use. If this is a medical office building, there's going to be privacy concerns, HIPAA compliance, how people are going to be signing in, security checks, things of that nature. We got to look at the actual particulars once we know which property type we're going to be working in. So these details matter for efficiency on how you're going to utilize the space, of course, cost savings as well, and this overall productivity for employees and your associates. That is number two. And then lastly, we discussed the collaboration. Again, this is a team effort here between me as your tenant rep, you as the tenant, the business owner, and the contractor. And of course, this is going to involve a lot more stakeholders than that. We're talking about space planners, we're talking about interior designers, we're talking about other subcontractors, even governmental agencies that might have some regulations on your particular product or service. So is this EPA related, so an industrial use, heavy machinery, chemical processing and handling? Is this a more retail-oriented or restaurant use? So you're talking about the health department, other regulatory licensing agencies. So for example, nail salons, there's exhaust requirements for the fumes, the materials that they're using. We're talking about plumbing needs. We need to know the specs of the particular chairs that are going to be cleaning out the water that you're going to be using for your nail and hair salon, things of that nature. So there's a lot of people that need to be up to date, and how we work as a team, everyone's going to be on the same page. We have SOPs, standard operating procedures for all this to work. Once we've already done that, we basically bring it together, and then we have these subsequent meetings until we get into agreement on what our construction budget is, how long it's going to take, and who's going to be involved. So again, this is just a start, and we understand the planning, and this is what we do on the very front end. So that is the initial meeting, part of our lease process. If you like more of this content, please like and subscribe and share, and I will see you in the next video.